Hello, good morning, ladies. Welcome to Monday's class. We've got our pool exercises today. Let's see, we are going to use, so ideally if you have one of these loop bands, that would be my number one choice for a couple of the exercises today. So loop band if you have it. The long band will also work, or if you don't have any of the bands, you don't need a towel today. I'll just give you a different option without using the bands at all. So if you have the loop band, like I said, that will be ideal for two of the exercises there today, but there's another option. If you don't have it, no worries. I'm also going to use, a plate today just to step on, so I have like a little lift off the floor. Obviously you don't have to use a plate if you have stairs that are somewhere near you. That works perfectly. I just don't have any stairs on camera here. Or if you don't have a plate like that, just like a thick book would also work. And if none of that is around, don't worry, you can do it from the floor. It's not ideal, but it's not that big of a difference. So no stress, just if you have those things around, that would be great. All right, so let's get into our usual warm-up here, our stretches. So feet are hip distance apart, toes pointing straight forward, reach down, up, tip, and twist. Okay, feet nice and wide, toes still straight forward, reach down, same reaches. Okay, all the way together. All right, hip distance apart again, but then externally rotate those toes. And internally rotate. All right, first on the docket today is our wide squat with our hammer curl. So you can choose your weight accordingly. Now you know what we're doing. Grab either your heavies or your lights. All right, so wide feet, toes turned slightly out. And then you're gonna sit down, so drop the butt just as much as you're leaning forward, you're also sitting down. And then hammer curl, sideways bicep curl. Squat, hammer curl. Those elbows are kind of in by your rib cage the entire time. And 12. All right. Upright row, probably the same weights that you're using for that curl. You can do it for your upright row. So stand up nice and tall, chest out, shoulders back. Pull those weights up, leading with your elbows. Your elbows are always going to be higher than your hands. And then slowly drop it back down. Lift. Control on the way down. Okay, get to your 8 to 15 magic range. I won't say magic number, magic range. All right. And now this next one is the one that I'm going to use the ledge. So if you need to take a peek and run off to a stair somewhere, that's fine. Okay, so I just have this on the floor, so a book would work just as well as the plate. You're going to hold on to something for balance. This one is not about the balance at all. I would rather you hold on. You're going to dip your heel down, so that's where that ledge part comes in handy. But if you don't have anything, just do this standing flat on the floor. You'll just miss out a little bit of a stretch. So you get that heel drop down and then come all the way up to your tiptoes. Okay, drop the heel down, up to the tiptoes. All right, so if you need to run and find a stair, go for it. We're going to do 12 on each side. That standing leg is straight. Your knee is not locked, but it's straight. And 12. Okay, get the other leg. And 12. Perfect. All right, that's our first set. So take a quick little breather, grab a sip of water. And let's get right back into our wide, slightly toed out, not too far out. Squat, hammer curl. Keep those elbows tucked into your ribs. And 12. All right, so I'm using the same weights here for an upright row. Chest out, shoulders back. Lead with the elbow. Whoop. And 12. All right, so lay those down. And we're hitting the calf raises again, so get to your setup. All right, so the ball of your foot is on your ledge. The heel is hanging off. Let the heel dip down, up to the toes. Okay, switching over. Should feel this in the back of your leg, mainly your calves, your lower leg, but sometimes it goes all the way up through the hamstring a little bit, but definitely on the back of the leg. Perfect. All right, so that's round 2. So we got one more of those. All right, got my dumbbells. Get into that wide toed out stance. Drop the butt. Curl up. And 12. All right, upright row, chest out, pull up. And 12. All right, it's last of the calf raises. All right, tiptoes, heel drops down. And 12. Okay, switching it over. That's it for that circuit. So take another little sip. Like I said, we are going to use a band in this one. Ideally, if you have a loop one, that would be my number one choice. For at least the last exercise, if you have the long band, you can use that. Otherwise, we're just going with body weight. I'll give you a couple different versions there. All right, so no towel. Towel doesn't come in handy today. All right, so first one, we're actually gonna go for a curtsy, and we're going for that hammer curl again, okay? So choose your weight accordingly. You do have both sides on this one, so if you need to drop down to your lower weight, that's okay. All right, so plant one foot. The other foot is gonna go behind on an angle, squat down, and then when you come back up, hammer curl. All right. Like I said, we've got 12 reps on each side here, so it's the same arms going, so don't go too heavy. And 12. All right, other side. And 12. All right, get rid of those dumbbells, and then you're going to, so if you don't have a band, just do this one with body weight, okay? So there's not going to be a straight band or any alternative like that. You're just going to do it with body weight for this first exercise. I am going to use my ledge here. It is not crucial that you use it, but I do find having a little bit of a lift here helps. It's that kick back one. So we did it last day, or last pull day, I mean. So kick back, straight leg, moving from your hip, just kick straight back. Okay, if you don't have a band, but you do have ankle weights, I will say that does help a little bit with this one, give you a little bit of extra tension. Actually, if you don't have the band, the ankle weights will help with the third exercise too, so. 11, 12. All right, so we're gonna do those sideways walking. We've done these the last couple times now in our pull workout. So if you have your long band, you just step in the middle of it, hold it up tight, and still do your sideways stepping. If you don't have anything, no ankle weights or anything, you're gonna do a squat and then just kick out to the side every time. All right, so squat down just a little bit, no matter what version, and then do your side step if you have the band. We're going for 12 each direction. So however you've got to do that. Take a sip of water. All right, so we are back to our curtsy hammer curl. So got my weights, curtsy, step back, hammer curl. And 12. All right, let's get the other side. And 12. All right, get banded up if you have one. All right, so like I said, I'm going to use this ledge for the kickback, but it's not comparative. Straight leg, kick back, squeeze that butt on that side as you kick back. Okay, switch sides. Awesome. All right, and then we're going to our sideways steps. So cushion those knees and hips a little, just a little mini squat. 12 steps each direction. All right, 2 of those down. Grab your little quick sip. All right, now we got one last round. All right, curtsy. And hammer curl. Lots of thigh work in this group, outer thigh. And 12. Okay, 1. And 12. All right, one more time with the band. let's reverse kick here, or hip extension, I guess it's technically called. Okay, other leg. Perfect. All right, and our lateral walks. Here we go. Perfect. All right, we're done with all this equipment stuff. We are coming down to the floor for our posture stuff today, core, but more posture related today. All right, let's grab a quick sip. And then come on down to the floor. We're gonna do those same IYTs. So first exercise, your body's gonna look like the letter I, and then you're gonna come out to the letter Y, and then the letter T, okay? So if you can't quite see the ankles from the floor. All right, so letter I to start. Head is looking down towards the floor, but not rested on the floor, okay? All right, so nothing in the lower body is moving, just the upper arms. Squeeze between the shoulder blades as you lift. Good, all right, letter Y. Letter T. Excellent. All right, then we're going to transition right into the cobra. So hands are back at about 45 degrees from your body. Thumbs are pointing up. Lift your chest and shoulders. So this one you are squeezing your butt, your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and just hold this position. Again, look down towards the floor, but your head is not on the floor. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Try to make your neck nice and long. You're trying to pull the top of your head away from the shoulders. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And relax the upper body. This time you can actually rest your head on your hands here. We're going to do those heel squeezes. So tap your heels together, let the knees kind of come open. Ready, set, squeeze. Touch those heels, squeeze, 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 and relax. Okay, when you squeeze, you should feel your pelvis, your hip bones kind of pushing into the floor. And squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. Squeeze. Relax. 2 more. Squeeze. Relax. Last one. Squeeze. And relax. All right, so bring the feet down. Arms straight out over the head. We're going back to our eyes, the letter I. All right, lift from the shoulders, up, Keep that head looking down. This is great for posture. Okay, letter Y. Letter T. Excellent. All right, and then we're back to the cobra. So hands back, just out about 45 degrees from the body. Rotate those thumbs up and squeeze. Butt squeeze, shoulder blades squeezing together, shoulders pulling down. Just hold it. Three, 2, 1, relax. All right, get those heels up again, tap the heels together, knees open, and squeeze. Relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, 3 more, squeeze, relax, squeeze it, relax, very last one for the set. Squeeze, 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 and relax. Perfect. All right, so last set of these. All right, turn yourself into the letter I and go. Okay, letter Y. Letter T. Perfect. Come back for your cobra. So moving your hands back just a little further. Lift up. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. So you're not coming up too far off the floor. It's just basically squeezing every muscle on the back side of your body. Your butt up. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, so our very last time today, our heel squeezes. Tap those heels together and squeeze. Relax. 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 This last one, we're going to go double time. So squeeze, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Perfect. All right, let's come up into our stretches. So sit up, legs stretched out in front of you, and just fold over. bottoms of your feet touch, knees fall open. All right, get into that 90-90 position. So 90-degree angles, both knees. Lean forward. Okay, switch sides. Excellent. All right, we're going to come into child's pose. So sit your butt back on your heels and then slide your hands out. Okay, up to all fours. Arch your back up like a cat. Drop it down. Just nice slow movements between those two positions. Perfect. Okay, come into your half kneel. So one knee on the ground. Whatever knee is down, that's the arm that's going to go up and over. Okay, other side. Perfect. Come up from the floor. Find somewhere to hold on. Do your quad stretch. Okay, other side. Excellent. And our very last stretch of the day, grab those hands behind your back. Pull your shoulders back and down. All right, another one done. Excellent work, ladies. Wednesday, 12 o'clock. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.